Hello, everybody, and welcome to the premiere of Age of Strife. How are you guys doing today?
Yay!
I'm doing very well.
The
Woo.
day has finally come.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming. It's been since we decided to do this at PAX East about
I know. Isn't that crazy?
3/4 of a year ago.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
I
And
told
it
this dude
became more of
today.
a thing at E3 and then more of a thing at PAX Prime. And then it was like, all right, we're actually going to do this. Let's do this.
And
Yeah,
here we are.
I was telling him today. I was like, "Yeah, we were gonna set this up back in X East, long ass time ago."
So
Yeah.
awkward.
And then somebody had to get sick last week.
I'm sorry. Yes. The London Tubes.
okay.
Basically, if you want the bubonic plague, go on the London Tubes at Christmas time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll keep that in mind.
Real nice.
Yeah.
So, who the hell are we all? Why don't we introduce ourselves? We're just going to start with Ello and go clockwise around the thing. Ello,
Okay.
who are you?
Who am I? I've been asking this question for so many years. I'm a broadcaster here on Twitch. I usually stream really early mornings, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. until afternoon time Eastern. So I have a huge EU following, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I enjoy streaming all sorts of variety games and have a really good time hanging out with the chat while I do so. So
Cool. Right on. Shannon,
Hi.
what about you?
Yes, me. I am not necessarily a streamer. I actually took an office job this year, and so I am a producer for a game that is nameless. No one's talking about it yet, so I can't just divulge too much about that. But in my spare time, I help run the 42nd, which is the community over at twitch.tv/Sacriel, and I tweet a lot. So, that's usually what I do. That's me, really. That's all I do. And I watch a lot of Next Generation.
What
because
is this Twitter handle of yours?
Oh, Shannon Zed Killer.
Zed
Zed.
Killer.
I like
Zed.
it.
All right. Canadian. All right.
Right. What
like
about you,
Lord
Solo?
Zed.
What do you do? Who are you?
Talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't know it was my turn already. I'm Jordan Tare. People know me on the internet machine as Soma. I work at Twitch. I'm Twitch's community manager. I'm also a broadcaster, though I haven't broadcasted very much lately. But check it out. Oh snap!
Yeah.
Got some new toys, so I can upgrade the PC and stream again. Besides that, I've been playing D&D for 14 years. I absolutely love it, and I can't believe
Nerd.
this. I know. I'm such a nerd.
What a
Such a
nerd.
dork.
I can't believe that. Can't believe it took this many months to get this together. But I'm extremely happy to be starting this finally, and I think it's going to be awesome.
All right, and last but not least, Mr. Scott.
Hi, I'm Sir Scoots. I am the elder statesman of the bunch, statesperson, I think, by a few years. I'm actually probably the most newbie when it comes to D&D, although I probably played it at least once before most people here were born. But when I was a youngin', I did have the original books. I was talking to Neil, like getting this book back in print. And I was like, oh my God, this brings back like such old memories. But I never kept up with it. So I was lucky enough to be on a Misclicks last year as a reoccurrent character, which was really, really cool. Got me kind of back into it. Did a one-off with JP, and then again, this rowdy crew asked me to join their party for this Age of Strife thing. So really, really excited. Been around gaming and esports for a very, very long time. That's where a lot of people know me from. But yeah, really looking forward to, again, noobing this up. I'm going to ask a lot of stupid questions about the dice and all that stuff to reacquaint myself, but looking very, very forward to it.
Do you mind if I ask you one non-D&D related question?
Just one.
What is the greatest esport of all time?
Ooh, well, that's
I
kind
know
of
it is.
that's kind of a no-brainer, Neil. I would have to say the greatest esport of all time is probably Counter-Strike.
Ooh, incorrect.
All right. I didn't know if you were going to go with Quake on that one or not.
No.
Okay.
I'm not Slasher or DJ Wheat. I come from Counter-Strike. They've come from Quake.
All right.
Now, if you asked me team versus 1v1,
Oh, well.
then that would either bring me to Quake or StarCraft.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Or fighting games. fighting games are old school too.
Well, all right. Well,
Honestly,
we were only asking you one question. We'll
I'm a
we'll,
Counter-Strike guy, so
we'll get
that's
you another one next week.
Yeah.
And if you don't know me, I am Koibu. I'm the host of this. I run a bunch of D&D stuff with JP and Misclicks, and I'm over here on my own channel. And this is my first time running a 5th edition D&D campaign, so I'm kind of new at this one too, guys.
Yay!
We're going to be using a lot of variant rules out of the DMG. The most important and impactful one of which is the variant resting rule. For those of you that know 5th edition, we are now doing short rests as one day, like a sleep when you go to bed at night for 8 hours, is a short rest, and a long rest is 1 week of resting.
Wow.
Okay. And we're also playing in a very low magic campaign. But many of these details will come out as we go on, and I'm going to be releasing a bunch of supplementary material online so you guys can read up if you are so interested.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
Did you misspell my name?
He did. I just noticed.
Oh
that.
my god, is it misspelled?
Oh no!
Oh my god. Okay, that's not me. That's my graphics guy, and I apologize severely for that, Elo.
Blame the graphics
No,
guy.
it's okay. I'll just be
graphics
hello.
Hello, hi. Oh my god. I
like
didn't.
new spelling.
Start it all over. Turn the stream off.
You know what?
I'm
Let's
so
just go with
embarrassed.
the brand. You know what? Let's scrap the old one. We'll just go with the new one. I'll just.
I am so embarrassed, Elo. I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. It's no big deal.
No. I failed you. Okay.
Poor Elohim.
Okay.
So, we're not going to introduce our characters yet. I'm going to introduce where you guys are, and then we'll all let you guys get together and meet because none of you have ever met before. So
Good. I like that. That's perfect. I like that. I like whenever campaigns don't start with "you're 4 friends sitting at a bar drunk. You've known each other for years, and there's no backstory. Go."
What's up, bro?
Okay.
Charisma.
This campaign takes place in the Kingdom of Kalia, which is a strange little kingdom. On the eastern seaboard, you have the Endless Ocean. On the northern border, you have the Blackthorn Forest, where the elves live. To the west, you have the Endless Desert, and to the south, you have the Southern Crag, home of the dwarves. 28 years ago was the last Great War. It pretty much shattered the world. Magic has since been outlawed by all human lands because magic is what led to the shattering of the world. Since then, things have been dark. At the last year of the 3-year war, the elves and dwarves formed an alliance against the humans and attacked, destroying many cities, well, a few cities in the kingdom, and then retreated. Shortly thereafter, a large red dragon named Firestorm showed up in the kingdom and started demanding gold as tribute and the occasional maiden as sacrifice. There's nothing anyone can do to fight him, so people just pay and just suffer as he comes around raiding things. This is the age of strife. There is no magic, and life is hard. People pretty much have to rely on each other, and so honesty and truth become a very big deal. Those that are classified as liars or thieves or brigands or any sort of, deviant in society are driven out and taken out. People live by their word, and to do otherwise would somewhat of treason. So, we're going to start today as the party shows up in a little tiny town called Shallot. It's a grim day. A cold rain persists through the morning, leaving you soaked and chilled to the bone. The 4 of you stand outside Jack's Tavern near the edge of town. With the population pushing 700, Shallot is one of the least populated shitholes that passes for a village in the Eastern Kingdom these days. Icy water finds its way through mail and leather, setting your knees to shaking and your teeth to shattering. Opening the door to Jack's brings a ray of warmth alongside a savory smell of spiced potatoes. Your mouth salivates at the thought of real food as your bones ache to be warmed by the side of the common room fire pit. The promise of relief at the end of a long day is undercut by sideways glances and heads that snap away as you peer about the room. You notice more than one patron's gaze lingering over your weapons, trying to decide if you're a bandit here to rob them of what little they have. Noting the lack of battle cries and blood, the other patrons slowly return to their hushed conversations as you settle into the only unoccupied table next to a broken shutter that does little to keep out the cold, and far from the life-giving heat of the fire pit. An older girl with eyes that refuse to look up from the ground plods over to the table to take your order. The four of you come in and sit down around here because there's nowhere else to go. You don't know each other, but everyone's welcome at a table in a tavern these days. The girl comes over and asks in turn what each of you would like.
Just a pint of ale, please.
She nods.
I would love some not dirty water, if that's possible.
She nods again. Her head still facing the floor.
Do you happen to have cranberry juice?
What's that?
They not have cranberries in D&D?
They do, but this is a shitty town. And she's never left this town. She probably has no idea what she has no idea what a cranberry is.
I'll just have water, and I just look at her smiling.
What town are we in again, by the way?
Shallot.
Wow, I have never seen a gnome before. What's cranberry juice? Never heard of that before.
I throw my hand out and say, "I'm Tilly, nice to meet you."
Nice to meet you, I'm Darude.
And I do the same for the others, and my smile looks like this.
Oh, God. I kind of back up a little bit and like,
yeah.
Great, another little person. My name's Aldous. It's a pleasure to meet you.
What do you look like, Aldous?
Oh, my character is... I'm kind of tall for a halfling. I'm about 3.5 feet tall. I'm tanned. I have freckles, youthful in appearance. I'm about 35 years old, so I'm not ridiculously old for a halfling. I'm, like in my 20s almost for a human. But yeah, big for a halfling, kind of good looking, youthful guy. I look like I don't come from a poor family, but I'm certainly not wealthy either. I look like a slightly above average commoner, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Aldous Lightfoot.
So I first make eye contact with the waitress since I'm the last one to order. I will order an ale and some meat stew. I then turn to the rest of the party and say, "Hello, travelers. My name is
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you. And where are you from?"
I am from everywhere, my little friend. Can I call you my little friend? Because I think I'm going to call you my little friend.
You can call me your little friend.
Two little friends.
Why don't we give it about 10 minutes?
Too late. Tilly's my little friend. You, I don't know.
Scott, would you please describe yourself for the party?
Sure. I am a human, 6'1". I'm a Mulani, so I have a shaved head. I am of amber color, dark-skinned, hazel eyes, and the only kind of hair I have about me is I have a long, flowing little goatee, black, with two little tails, if you will, with some beads in them. A little bit of bead work coming down.
Nice.
Tall, thin, I would say. Slender in size.
Sounds hot.
Now you want to be my little friend?
Sorry. Gnome. What was Tilly, right? Tilly?
Yes, Tilly.
Where did you come from? I've never seen a gnome in these parts.
Oh, the north, the south, the east, the west. I make it around all over the place. I haven't seen a gnome since my father went off to the west. But yeah, I look around. I guess there aren't any gnomes here.
Nope. Everyone here is a human except for you and Soma.
I hope that's okay.
It's almost like you and the halfling are so small. How do you manage to go around on your own without other people?
Well, being small has its perks.
We're not children. I'm trying to figure out what I want my voice to be. If you guys haven't noticed, I don't know if I want to be like Irish or British or something like that, or I don't know. I don't know what I want to do.
Are you giving up on the Russell Brand meets Davy Jones? That was actually pretty good, man.
There are so many dangers.
Something like this. You like this voice, like this?
I do.
So I'm actually from only 2 towns north. Astoria, that's where I grew up. So I mean, halflings are quite common from where I'm from, and I'm not a child. I can get around on my own.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. It's just I've only known halflings to be kept to a simple life maybe more happy and not so much adventurous. It's just strange to see a halfling and a gnome at the same time in this place.
I suppose that is true. But I mean, I grew up in a relatively big-sized town, and I don't know, I see halflings all the time. Gnomes, I don't, actually. That's true, I don't see a lot of gnomes.
Gnome, would you please describe yourself for the party?
Yes, I'm actually kind of shorter for a gnome than what normal gnomes are. I stand about 2 feet 10 inches. I am very young looking. I have brown hair, blue eyes. I also use earthy tones in my clothing. It's kind of greenish or gray, that kind of look. Other than that, it's pretty much me. You guys can probably see that I make facial expressions with just about everything that's happening to a absurd amount. So, that's me.
And Shannon, would you describe yourself, please?
I'm pretty basic looking. I wouldn't say that I'd stick out at all. So I'm just a typical human. I wear a lot of leather, just typical what would be found in the area. I have dark brown hair and sort of weathered skin. I've been out a lot. You can tell from looking at me that I don't often get the chance for a good shower. And I'd say that I have an angular face with a lot of freckles.
Okay.
And what was your name again?
Dayrude.
Dayrude.
Rude.
So, Dayrude, whereabouts are you from?
Well, it's not something I often like to talk about. But there's a town just to the, just to the south of here called Balvik. That's where I'm from. It's just a small village. Nothing of note.
Fair enough.
The bartender, the little maid, comes over and hands you guys your ales and food. Those of you that got ales, it is 4 copper. And Scoots, you actually got like a full meal, right? You got
Yeah, I got some meat stew and such,
Okay.
yeah.
You should also chip in an additional 8 silver for your food.
Where's our money at? I don't even see where my money is.
Jordan,
75 silver pieces, got it.
yeah,
Okay.
I think.
I got water, so I mean that better be freaking free, dude.
There's non-dirty water.
No,
It's probably
she
expensive.
asks you a copper for it. Actually, Adam, I forgot to give you any money. Just give yourself 35 silver to start off with.
Okay, give me just one
Oh, I
second.
ended up with even more gold, right?
Yes.
So I really have 30 gold pieces.
That's a really expensive meal, right?
No. I mean, yeah, it's a very comfortable meal. It's
How much
not the
was
sort of what?
Can I get my bill again, man?
8 silver and 4 copper, and it's 10 copper to the silver. So
Excuse me.
she gives you change as you pass her. You give her 9 silver, and she gives you 2 copper back.
I look about the room and I want to know if there's anything exceptionally shiny or something that kind of sticks out in this mundane tavern. Anything that would catch my eye.
The only thing that catches your eye is kind of the beaten down attitude of the people in here. They're all talking to themselves in hushed whispers. They're all hunched over. No one's really, up and bright and cheery. There's no music being played. The window next to you guys is kind of broken and letting in a lot of cold air, and the fire is way on the other side of the room. It looks like a really rundown shithole of a place.
Sounds like my kind of bar.
It's like the dive bar of town.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you're looking around the room looking for something shiny.
Yeah.
As a thief, do I notice? Do I perceive that she's scanning, looking for something, or do I not even notice at all?
It's hard to tell whether someone's looking around the room or scanning for something in particular. It looks more like she's just kind of getting her bearings, like, oh, what's going on?
Okay. Got it.
As I'm looking over the table.
I actually did ask for clean water, and I think there's a speck in it. Do you see that? You. Rude. You see that?
You're not going to find clean water. That's about as best as it's going to get around here.
I raise my hand.
I suppose you're right.
Yes, little one?
Yeah, if you want clean water, you might want to go outside and put it up into the air, your cup. It is raining.
I don't even know if I trust the rainwater. I don't think
Just
I
a
trust the
suggestion.
rainwater.
Just a
I don't.
suggestion. I sip my water.
I say YOLO and I just take a huge sip.
It tastes kind of like minerals.
Low.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's not very tasty.
Hmm.
Okay. Around this time, the front door swings open with a bang, and an older farmer walks through, quickly shutting it behind him. Standing there, dripping with cold, he speaks loudly to the whole tavern. "Some damn wolves have dragged off one of my goats again. I'll give 30 silver to the man who can bring me that beast's head. Or the beast's heads, whatever it might be." And he pauses and starts looking around the room.
I take a big sip. I'll take that
Wolves?
30
Well,
silver.
that sounds kind of dangerous, though. You sure you want to embark on something like that?
Wolves are not a problem. Anyone care
Aren't
to
you a
join me?
badass?
He keeps his eyes on... Oh god, I'm forgetting your character's name already. On... Timberfox? No, you changed your name. Darude, right?
Timber
The
fox.
root of the sandstorm.
Names have changed. He sets his
Caribbean
eyes on
sand.
on Darude, and without breaking eye contact, takes off his cloak, hangs it on a coat rack, and walks over to you and kind of sets his hands down on the table, looming over the halfling. Like he kind of like is standing behind the halfling's chair, leans over him, and puts his hands on the table as if there's no one sitting in the seat, and looks Darude in the eye.
You're sitting on someone.
Oh, there's little people underfoot.
Yeah.
Oh,
The new one to me too. It's okay.
Jesus, you're everywhere.
It's okay. Happens all the time.
Oh.
I'm voraciously eating my meal and drinking my ale, but I look up, I laugh at the fact he just got sat on, and I also look at Mr. Sandstorm, and I'm like, I'll join you if you want some help with the wolves, but I'm just kind of eating, kind of just doing my thing.
Real quick,
About
hold on.
these wolves, you said how many of them are there?
Dragged off my goat. Don't know.
And you said it was 30 silver a head.
30 silver flat.
Oh.
Does that require the goat to be returned? What if your goat is already dead?
Then the goat's dead, but bring me those damn wolves' heads. I ain't gonna have them
Wolves?
take any more of my goats.
So is there more than one?
He
We don't
shrugs.
know.
Could be one. Could be three. I don't know.
I raise my hand.
You in the
What?
back.
The little one.
You that I'm sitting on.
Can we assume that there probably will be more wolves? Just
They usually
worst-case
ride in
scenario.
packs.
I put my hand back down slowly.
Yeah, they usually ride in packs. I would say there's probably more. I got to be honest with you, sir. If you're going to pay us 30 silver to go see if your goat is still alive and bring you a wolf head, there's no incentive you've provided for us to kill more than one, even if there is more than one. So chances are your next goat might die from the same pack.
Well then, clearly you're not the people for the job. I was looking for actual hunters.
Oh, we're
Hold
hunting.
on a second.
We can take care of your wolf problem.
We
Well
don't know
then,
each other very
do
well.
we have a
but-
deal? He says, kind of ignoring the halfling, like, you know, what he has to say doesn't matter.
I look over to what Scoots. What's your character's name?
Theobald. You call me Theo if you'd like.
Theo. Okay. I look over to Theo and I eye him up, kind of expectantly, waiting for him to say something.
I mean, I'll do it for 25. You know, but
You're
I think
gonna go lower?
Well, each, not as a split.
Oh.
I think 30 for all of us is not worth it. So I will lend my bow for 25. So
All right, I'll give you 45 silver for all the wolves that you get. Total. That's all I got. I literally can't afford to pay you anymore.
Seems fair enough.
But I'm getting tired of
alright
these
with
wolves dragging my goats off.
that. Anybody else care to join? I look
What,
around the
these
table.
little people? Oh,
And I
come
look
on.
down
They
at
just
them.
get ripped to shreds.
Oh, you think I'm just a child and that I'm not a full-grown individual who knows how to use my rapier, my bow, and my whip. And I take my whip out and I crack it.
Whoa!
The entire tavern goes silent as you go whoosh, and people look towards you. You guys are now the center of attention, and the farmer takes a
Little
few
Russell
steps back.
Brand breaking out the whip.
I'm going to take this moment to slide down in my chair.
I have
Well,
to
don't
say,
all look
sir,
at me. Come on.
you, if you want this wolf problem gone, I'll only do it if these little ones join me. I'm amused. I want to see how they handle themselves.
It's no
I
skin
look
off
up
my
from the
back.
table. I look up from the table like.
I didn't mean to scare you. I'm
A
sorry.
little
Darude,
concerning. but-
Darude, are you sure? Like, do you really want to split your money with these guys?
The
gals?
proprietor walks over and says, "Hey, I am going to have any business like this in my tavern. You put that whip away. If you bring it out again, Brutus over there," he says, pointing to this very large man with his arms crossed, kind of standing at the other side of the tavern, "is going to deal with you. And he's 6 times your size, so you watch out, buddy."
I point to Soma and I go, "It was him. It was him. It was him. It was him."
Fair enough, but as a small person, if I'm continuously being berated for my size, once in a while it's okay to make a big noise.
I think
Did-
he just spoke for the whole table.
The proprietor gives you a little bit of a glare and looks at Brutus and kind of does a,
I put the whip away.
okay.
I'm like, "Fuck, man."
Proprietor goes back behind his bar to keep serving drinks, and eventually the tavern settles back to what it was before. And the farmer...
I don't know. I don't know about you, Theo, but 30 or 45 silver pieces split between 4 people. I mean, it's the kind of arrangement that, you know, will pay for a week's worth of survival. It's not that big of a deal, so I think splitting it 4 ways instead of 2 is not really going to be that painful for us. I'm more interested in what these 2 can do.
But should they get half of the half? You know what I'm saying? Just saying. You know.
If we all go together, I'm going to get an equal cut. I know how business works.
How do you?
Nitwit.
All right.
There are few
Fine.
species in this world I won't respect with such a split, a fair split, and I don't count these 2 as amongst those people that I wouldn't respect. So
The farmer
Maybe.
takes a couple steps back and says, "All right,
you.
you guys sort this out. When you're ready, I'm going to be over getting a drink. Come find me." And he walks off towards the bar, leaving you guys by yourselves again.
You guys are dangerous. I like you.
As these guys are talking, I silently slip out of the chair and follow the farmer. And I go in to talk to him. And I try to do it without them noticing.
do we notice? Can we check for that?
I'm sorry, I was typing to no one, actually, at all. What was the question?
Nice.
So I want to slip out of the chair while they're speaking to one another and try to sneak away from the table and then walk over to the farmer to ask him a question.
Okay. It's pretty obvious when you leave the table, because, you know, it's like a circular table and there's only 4 of you at it.
slip down like this.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Damn it. Okay.
I mean, they might not notice you right away, but they're going to notice you missing pretty
Oh
quickly.
yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Yeah.
All right. Well, what did we decide on? Was it 45 that we're doing this for?
45 silver pieces.
45. And
Split
it looks
between
like
the 4 of us.
there's only 3 of us here though. So did he leave? Did he go like to get his whip on somewhere? Any ideas where?
You start looking around, and you see the little halfling going over to the person standing at the
Aldous.
bar and kind of like tugging on his coat.
Hey, mister.
He looks down at you. "Oh, you guys ready to go?"
Are they still at the table talking? And am I at? If I'm at the farmer, I want to ask him a question.
Ask him.
So, sir, whereabouts did you see these wolves saunter off to? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I can show you
my
where they took
friends
my
are
goat.
here.
I can show you the drag marks. If you're ready to go, I'll show you.
Well, they've been
Let's gather
bickering about money at the table, and I just want to get this shit over with. So
I-
let me go grab them.
I kind of like start waving my hands and pointing over at them to the people at the table. Hey guys, they're leaving.
Yep.
Guys.
Oh, all right. It's time to go.
They're leaving,
Grab-
by the way. They're going
grab my
that
gear.
way.
Theobald, you go to spoon up the rest of your soup and kind of like down it really quickly and notice your silverware is missing.
Wow.
Guess I'm done eating.
You're lucky you got silverware in this place. I get up and I grab my blades.
The four of you and the farmer, who introduces himself as Gregan Macaw, Macraw, head out back into the rain. You follow him back to his farm, and he points out a couple of... he comes to like a little fenced-in area where you would hold a bunch of goats, and there's a little barn next to it. And you can see where the fence is knocked down a little bit, and he points out some marks on the ground that look like drag marks.
Do we see any blood anywhere?
You do. There's a little bit of blood on the fence, kind of in the broken section, but most of the other has washed off.
Any hair attached to the area where the blood is on the fence, or?
There is a little bit of hair.
Okay.
Can I do an investigation check? Would that be appropriate in this?
Yes. Yes. Give
Okay.
me an investigation check, please.
I'm still getting used to this system.
Um,
I got 12.
12. You look around and you notice the drag marks leading off towards the east. Because you're on the eastern side of town already. Well,
right. I should probably... All right. So, just to say, Gregan, with this blood here, it looks like it's not looking too good for your goat. So.
yeah, that's what I figured. But I want to stop the attack, so kill the damn wolves. Goats be damned.
Will do.
Can I do a nature check to see what else could be out there in the forest to the east that
You
maybe we need?
don't need to do a nature check to that.
Okay.
It's not too wooded out to the east. It's actually kind of just lots of hedgerows, and there are trees around, but whatever terrain here has been kind of what do you call it? Any forest that has been here has been chopped down long, long ago. Usually, there's the kind of open area isn't that dangerous. Then humans have a lot of horses and pretty strong cavalry, so they keep the open plains areas pretty clear. It's the forests and the hills and the areas where cavalry aren't very effective that you really have to worry about. But to the best of your knowledge, there shouldn't be anything in the immediate area other than wild animals.
Can I raise my hand to farmer man,
Yes.
farmer, sir?
He looks
yes.
at you. Yes.
Yes. How often do wolves come around these parts and steal your livestock? Is this something new?
Well,
So creepy.
stop looking at me like that. Stop it! Stop it! Just look like a normal He turns to look at the halfling. Sometimes they come. It's not all that often, though. Every couple of months, a wolf will come and grab something. But this is the second attack in as many weeks, so I'm getting a little tired of this shit.
Fair enough.
Neil, in this town, is there a place to sell furs? Or like a store for clothing?
You just arrived in Shallot today, this evening, so you're not sure.
All right.
I want to tell the farmer that I'm sorry about his goat.
Well, you can make up for it by finding those damn wolves.
Well,
All right.
while we're out, and after we take these little pups down, maybe we should bring their furs back and try to sell them for more money. Is anyone down with that?
Not a bad idea. I like that.
We could
Might
even
as well
use
make
them
some use out of
ourselves if we need them.
Definitely
Seems
makes
fair.
it worthwhile.
I'm ready to loose some arrows from my bow.
As
I'm ready
long
when
as
you are.
Phoebo carries them, I'll be okay.
Did you
We're
just call him
obviously
Phoebo?
going-
I look up to Sir Scoot's character.
We're going to need the tall ones
Oh.
and strong ones to carry this stuff.
Dude,
They're incorrigible, aren't they? I look at Theo.
I do this, like this. I'm like,
you just want to grab me.
Yeah.
oh,
And
fuck off.
Keep an eye on your purse too.
And this little Tilly is so cute, even with her beard. It's amazing how cute she is.
Thanks, Phoebo.
Wow.
Are we walking toward the wolf area now?
I say we head off.
When you tell me you are, then you are.
I say we head off.
Okay.
Before
What time
we
is
go, real quick before we go, Is the farmer still like there in the vicinity?
Yeah, he's standing right next to you guys.
Okay, I'll wait.
Okay. What time of day is it roughly?
It is evening. The sky is dark, but it's also because it's cloudy and raining out. But it's definitely evening/nighttime area.
Okay, so we're doing this at night. Okay, is everybody okay with doing this at night? It'll be a little harder to track, but
I do many things at
probably
night.
find their tracks.
Oh, Tilly.
Appropriate. That's probably something that you don't share with anyone other than your family.
You don't know what she's even referring to.
So, true.
Is the farmer now kind of
Little people are ganging up on us.
As soon as the farmer goes away, there's something I want to do.
It looks like he's waiting for you guys to leave because this is his farm and all.
Okay.
I think that's on
we
him.
start going. Yeah.
Okay.
We go.
So you guys start heading off. Elo, whose name I'm trying to remember right now. Till.
Tilly.
It's going to take
Tilly.
like a few episodes to remember everyone's names.
Yeah, it'll take.
By the way, I'm purposely calling you Thebo.
I know,
Yeah,
man. It's
okay.
cool.
Okay.
Tilly has a good eye for the tracks and starts to follow them out, and you guys follow Tilly. She's close to the ground. Really makes it much easier to follow things when you're that close.
How tall are you again, Elohim?
Like 2'10" inches.
Jesus, I have 8 inches on you, and I'm a halfling.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I could throw
That's
you like a
insane.
football.
Okay.
So, as we make our way to take out the pups, what do you normally do? Do you guys have jobs? Are you ex-criminals? What are you guys doing out here?
Well, for
Why
myself,
Charlotte?
Charlotte is simply just part of the area. I just do some patrols and look for odd jobs. I like to keep this area clean as possible. Wow, that was loud. Sorry. Clearly somebody's watching something. I just like to keep this area as clean as possible from the orcs that seep in to my village and others. So that's about it. Keep the greenskins out. Find what I can to stay alive.
And how about you, Theobald?
I'm an adventurer by trade, so been on the road for over a decade. Left home at the ripe age of 18, a little before that actually, and make my living much like you all probably, wherever I can make it and however I can make it. The road is my job.
That's actually not what I do.
Well, you steal shit probably, but go ahead. Tell us more.
I am not a common thief.
Oh,
I steal things that have been stolen from people, and I return them.
what?
That's my job.
Well, no. What you sound like
You
Robin
get
Hood.
paid for that?
I get paid to return items that have been taken from other people.
So you're like a bounty hunter for things.
Absolutely. It's kind of hard to notice me sometimes.
Well, I guess
So
that
it's easy to
provides some
slip
use.
in and out. Yes.
So you only take things from those that have taken? Is that safe to
I'm
say?
a good person, yes. I wouldn't steal from a regular person or someone that I deemed a respectable man or woman. I simply take jobs and I return the items. I don't steal money for myself ever. It's hardly ever money. It's normally heirlooms or something.
Very
My voice is
interesting.
still changing until I find it, if you've noticed.
Find it.
Well, see, now I'm thinking like you want to go Robin Hood, Kevin Costner, right? Fake English accent. And then just give up halfway through the campaign.
I'm a repo.
How about Robin
Someone in
Hood?
chat
How
said
about Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Oh, there you
That's
go.
much
There you
better.
go. Yeah, there you go.
Come, a tube.
And what
Dr.
about
Buttons in chat said I'm a repo man, pretty much. Yeah.
you, Tilly?
I am still kind of looking at the ground and kind of sniffing in the air and looking around and everything. And I look back and I say, oh, I do all sorts of things. I go here and there and I look for shiny objects and follow rumors and whatever. And I tinker here and there. And I walk up to Sir Scoots and I reach in my pocket and I pull out some silverware.
Aha!
I had a feeling.
And I say, I saw how much you liked this, so I borrowed it for you.
Oh. Thank you,
Borrowed.
Philly.
And my face is like this.
You're like a Hearthstone character. Just come to life over here.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I will now keep these, so I'll always have them, so I can finish my meals. Thank you, Tilly.
You're very welcome. And I turn away and I keep following the tracks.
Okay.
I reach down very discreetly and I feel my change purse to make sure it's still as heavy as it was.
It feels about the same weight.
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but while I adventure, I like to have fun. We shall sing together.
I don't sing.
I break into song, like, immediately without hesitation.
So there's this like cold rain pouring down. You're out hunting for wolves. You're like chilled to the bone, and the halfling's like, "Let's sing!" And then the gnome gets up, and they start like singing together. And you humans are like,
I've got rhythm.
What the
I've got
fuck?
music. I've got my gnomish.
It's your idea, Darude. Just want to point out, like, you should be in charge of the children. Like, this should be your duty.
What?
Are you
Humans
saying
don't like to
something?
have fun?
No,
Humans
I don't
don't
have
sing
children
back.
for a reason. These are not children. You have assured me. Soma, what's
not
your character's
children.
name again?
Eldest.
Eldest, right? Eldest, you've assured me that you're not children. But the thing is that we need to be on the lookout here. Have you ever hunted wolves before?
I have defended myself from people only. I've never actually killed an
Alright.
animal.
So
I've never actually killed anything, but I have hurt people.
that'll work just fine. As we go out and look for these wolves, one of the important things to remember is that wolves are very good at hearing, much better than any of us. So we actually need to stay quite quiet. We can
I
sing
get
after
it.
we have their furs on our backs.
I
Well,
hush up
aren't you
immediately.
a smarty pants?
In other words, shh.
Okay. And then, like, 2 minutes later, I'm like, I'm sorry.
And then when you would do that, I look over at Theana and just like,
As I'm walking, my feet kind of tend to double step every now and then.
trying to keep up with everyone else.
it is what it is, Theo. We'll still do this fine. So when we get closer to, have we seen any tracks at all? Should I do a
Yeah,
like a
the
check at all?
gnome is kind of leading you guys because she's so close to the ground, and you follow the tracks east to a cozy corner where two hedgerows meet. Here the tracks split. The drag marks continue east with a few sets of footprints heading southwest. Judging by the amount of water pooling the tracks, both sets have been made in the last hour.
I raise my
Footprints,
hand.
like human footprints.
They're a little bit smaller. Give me a
Oh.
perception check.
Okay, what's my perception at?
Anyone that would like to make a perception check to try and figure out what these tracks are may do so.
And that's just a D20, right?
D20 plus
Oh,
whatever your
yeah.
perception is.
Boo.
Holy shit, the passive perception.
No, not passive
Tell
perception.
you
It's your
blind.
perception skill.
Okay.
Your perception
+2.
is 2. Yes.
I thought I had more than that for some reason.
Nope.
Okay.
So,
18.
Darude, Elo, Aldous. Theo, are you going to try and figure out these prints, or are you leaving it to the rest of your party?
I mean, my perception is like -1, right? So.
Oh, well.
It's not worth it.
All right.
No.
You look at these tracks and you try and figure out what they are. They look smaller than human footprints, but they still have some sort of shoe on them, so you can't quite make out like how many toes or if they're webbed or not. Like they're not humans. They're smaller than that, but they're definitely bigger than the halfling and gnome prints.
Do I suspect that they could be dwarf prints?
Or Elvish.
I mean, they're roughly the right size for dwarves, but the dwarves stick to their kingdom. They rarely ever venture out.
True. They always go underground.
Yeah.
Strange. So could
These
they
are
be elf prints?
elf. You're on the wrong side of the town for elf prints, but that doesn't mean they couldn't be here. You've never seen elf prints. None of you have, so you wouldn't. In fact, none of you have ever seen an elf. You're actually not so sure what elf prints look like. You assume they're a little bit smaller than humans, but these are. It is a puzzle for the time being. There's also, lots of water coming down, so the tracks are a little
Right.
bit murky.
So these prints must be fresh because there's so much rain here. It looks like maybe teenagers or small children have helped in this? I don't know. I don't know what to make of this, you guys.
I swear it wasn't me. I know you said teenagers and small children. It wasn't me. It wasn't the gnome. Been with you the whole time.
I wouldn't think it would be. I eye your shoes, looking for mud. Do we see anything else other than the prints? Do we see, like,
There's
a
the
dead
drag
wolf?
marks that go east past the hedgerow, and then the footprints that kind of go southwest around a different hedgerow.
I think we should follow the drag marks, you guys. What do you think? And I look at the two little ones.
Lead on.
I do think.
And I pat her on the head. We're going to be great friends, aren't we?
I check my body for anything that might be missing.
Oh!
Wow.
Give me a perception check.
Okay,
Oh shit!
hold on. $17.
No, nothing seems to be missing.
Okay.
Good.
I don't
Okay,
steal
so we
from-
follow the drag marks.
Okay. The drag marks lead alongside a hedgerow outside of town for a good 30 minutes, ending in a crude tarp-based shelter that has a fire popping under it. The scent of roasted goat becomes stronger as you approach, and your mouth starts to salivate. 3 goblins standing about the rotating meat on a branch they've stuck into a ground.
I should have known.
The
I
crunch
pull
of
out my
Pull out my
bow.
blades.
bone
Sorry.
draws your eyes to the wolf that is lazily gnawing on a goat leg nearby. The goblins have noticed you. For reference, these goblins are pretty small creatures. They're like 4.5, maybe 5 feet tall. Their
So
skin is
giants.
mostly sandy. Yeah, for you, they're giant. They've got sandy skin and leather armor on them. Each one is carrying this kind of a dagger. And they all kind of perk up as you guys. Well, actually, let me roll for surprise. They may not have noticed you. Nope. The wolf, as you guys come around the corner and you smell the goat, you peek around the corner, you see this thing, and the wolf immediately perks up at you, and the goblins take notice, look towards you guys, and we are now in combat. Give me an initiative roll. So, for the time being, initiative is a flat d20 plus your initiative modifier. And we will keep that same initiative order throughout the entire round of combat.
How far away are they from us?
About 40 feet.
Damn.
Okay.
Why did my initiative roll suck so much?
Now you said we looked around the corner. What exactly are we looking around? What is next
It's
to us?
a big hedgerow, so it's like a 4.5 foot tall, maybe 5 foot tall, big shrubbery that's been here for probably hundreds and hundreds of years. And there's little areas where they're cut through with a little gate. You kind of went through this gate following the marks and came around the corner. And then it's raining and it's dark and there's this tarp, and then your eyes catch the light and you look and you see that.
Okay.
Can I get an initiative roll from Theo?
Yeah, what do you say? It was a
D20 plus
plus
your
my
initiative, yes.
Is it just one?
How many
how do you-
wolves and how many goblins do I see?
Do a
Oh, you-
slash
slash
R
R,
space.
yeah.
Yeah. There is a single wolf and 3 goblins. There we go.
Hey, Scoots, if you see the little sidebar thing that has like the pointer, the paintbrush, the
Oh, yeah.
magnifying glass, if you see the dice one,
Yep, got
that's
it.
just above. Yeah, you got it. You can. It's much easier to roll like that.
Got it. Thanks, man.
Wait,
No worries.
where is that, real quick? Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Holy
that's-
shit, I didn't even realize that was there.
You've been using this for years. What are you
I've been
talking
typing
about?
slash roll.
Dude, I've been
every
typing
time.
slash roll my entire...
I'm just
Forever.
fucking around. Sorry.
Yeah, I just used the little dice thing. It's so
Wow.
much easier, and you can just re-roll the last things you rolled, so you don't have to keep typing in.
Yeah, that is a significantly...
It's
So obviously, I
much
rolled
better.
a 21.
Yeah.
On my official one.
Who
Right?
Oh,
knew?
I did not mean to roll something. Sorry.
No, it's
I-
fine. It's
fucking
fine.
happened a lot.
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Alright? Calm the fuck down, Soma.
Okay. Okay.
Jesus.
The first of many emotional outbursts by someone. Wow. Wow. Drama.
Theobald, you go first.
Okay. So, obviously, I'm a ranged guy with my bow. Do I notice that maybe one goblin appears to be in charge? Like, is he bigger? Is he wearing? Is there any way to tell
Give me
someone?
we'll let you use your bonus action to make a perception check to see
Okay.
if you can determine the leader.
And walk me through
So just give me a d20 plus your perception stat
what my perception is.
minus 1. Yeah, so d20 minus 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Neil.
Yeah.
What is the range on my whip?
Would it have reach?
10 feet.
That's it.
I mean, you're a halfling.
I'm
You're only
I'm a half of
3'6".
it.
You know.
That totally makes sense. That's fine. Word. Thanks.
You can't discern any difference between these goblins. They all actually look completely identical to you. You racist.
Okay. Again, you got to walk me through this. So I basically want to take my longbow and I want to shoot the guy farthest away from us.
Cool. So you pull out your longbow and give me a d20 plus 7 to hit, because your longbow stats never actually changed, even though it changed them on your character sheet, and I ruined everything for you by panicking last night.
You did.
I did. I got very scared for a moment.
Just so I understand, I'm rolling d20, but I'm getting a +7 because of my +4. And
It's +3 for dexterity, +2 for proficiency bonus, and +2 for your archery fighting style.
do I get a hit bonus on where it says longbow? It says +4.
Yeah, that 4 should be a 7.
Oh.
I'm a bad person.
That's the overall bonus.
I'm a bad person.
Yeah, well, because I freaked out and was like, wait, bows key off of strength because it doesn't say otherwise, but then I found in the player's handbook where it says bows key off of dex, but it's in a really awkward place.
All right, so
Freaked
20
myself
plus
out.
7, right?
Yeah. 11. The arrow flies straight towards the goblin and thuds in its leather armor, and the goblin gives up.
Jesus.
Nice.
What an awful sound. Did you hear that? It was awful.
Fucking pork chops.
Next in line, we have the goblin the closest goblin. He pulls out his long little dagger and starts scurrying underneath the tarp and goes to hide behind it to, keep out of sight from you guys. Followed by Aldous Lightfoot.
How close is the closest goblin or wolf to me? Or goblin?
The closest goblin's 40 feet.
Okay. And can I stand behind Theobald and attempt a sneak attack with my bow?
You
Or
won't
have they
get
seen me?
sneak attack damage because you need to have advantage on the attack roll or
Okay.
to have an ally flanking them. But you can shoot your short bow from here.
All right, I'm going to stand behind Theobald, shoot, and then dart back behind him and just stand behind him out of sight and try to watch the fight.
Okay.
Let's go D20 plus 3. Or, no, just D20. Yeah, it's D20.
No. I'm sorry. I fucked up on yours as well because you have a bow. Your short bow should be D20 plus 5 to hit.
Okay, 1 second.
I panicked last night and screwed with all of your stats improperly.
Neilsy.
I know. I'm so scared. Sorry.
And scared.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. D20 plus 5. Big money, big money, big money. 15.
15 is a hit. You strike the goblin square in the chest with your bow. Give me your damage roll, which should
Okay.
be D6 plus 3.
Plus 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
4 damage. Come on. Seriously?
Yeah.
Fuck, I hate ones.
Okay.
Whoa! I rolled a 1. That means I get to...
No, that's only for attack, not damage rolls. For attack
yeah,
rolls,
what am I
saving
talking about?
throws, and skill checks.
You're right. You right, girl.
Yeah, I'm letting other people know as well. He's a halfling, so his racial ability is attacks, saving throws, and skill checks that are natural 1. He gets to re-roll. Alright, so you strike the goblin for 4 points of damage, and it goes... That same goblin that you just hit also takes cover underneath the tarp, and you suspect that there can't be much room there for any more. The wolf takes its turn and starts galloping. I guess wolves don't gallop, but darts towards for you guys. I think that Ello is the front of the party right now because he was the one leading everybody. So the wolf comes racing up to you, teeth salivating, mean look in its eyes,
What?
and goes to bite you.
Oh God.
What is your armor class, Elohim?
15.
15.
And I yell out.
We didn't decide a marching order, did we? So
No, but he was leading because he had followed the tracks.
True.
Yeah. The wolf comes up to you and sinks its teeth into your arm. You take...
I squeal.
What is that? You actually... It's a savage bite. He sinks his teeth into your arm and starts ripping back and forth, and like a section of your arm just gets like shredded and bloody. You take 9 points of damage.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you alive?
1 HP. 1 HP.
Oh my God. Okay. Holy crap. Tilly, get behind me, please. Right now, if you can even walk.
Till, it is your turn. Or Tilia.
Tilly.
Tilly. God, I am just mangling all of your names today. Hello.
Okay, now am I in a grappling state right now since she's got my arm?
No, like the wolf grabbed onto your arm and like thrashed it about and ripped, tried to rip a section of it off, but you pulled it out and now it's just like teeth marks are dragging down it. Your leather armor is punctured in multiple places and just the flesh underneath of it is rended.
So if I try to disengage, it'll be an attack of opportunity?
You can take the disengage action, which will prevent the wolf from getting an attack of opportunity, but then you wouldn't get an attack that round. So you can disengage and move.
What about in attempting an acrobatics move away?
Same thing. Like to prevent the attack of opportunity, you need to take the disengage action.
Okay.
Or you can attack. Whatever you want to do. You
Um.
can also lie down on your back if you want and present your belly to the wolf.
Wow.
Man, I don't know. Nah, fuck that. Tilly wouldn't go down like that. All right. I'm going to pull out my rapier and attempt to stab at the wolf.
Okay. Give me an attack roll, which should be a d20 plus 6. I'm just going to help you guys with this the first day, but next week I'll be relying on you guys to know your bonuses a little bit more.
I won't.
But we'll be gentle. We'll be very
21.
gentle. 21. You stab the wolf square in the maw.
Yes.
Give me a damage roll, please. I think that's a d8 plus 3 for you today.
Oh, I messed up. Hold on. D8 plus 3, correct.
Yeah. You can just keep that 7 roll if you want and just add the 3 to it.
Oh, okay.
If you desire.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, out of D8, 7's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good.
So it should be 10 altogether.
Okay.
Thank you, DM.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, Darude.
Yay,
your turn.
finally. So I step up to the wolf and I take my long sword and I'm going to slash at it.
Give me a roll to hit.
It says plus 5. Is that correct for you?
Let me double check. That is correct.
Okay, cool.
18. You score a hit against the wolf.
Justice. And then, oh god, what is my 1d8?
Plus 3.
I love that justice.
6.
I just want to point out, Neil.
And then when I pull out my blade, I go, mangy mutt.
I just want to point out that I love you for having a lava lamp over your left shoulder, because I do too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's actually my
Not
wife's lava lamp.
1996
But
anymore, guys.
Yeah, that's not my lava lamp. I swear. I'm just.
I'm just holding it for a friend, okay, guys?
Yeah, it's not mine.
You bring your longsword to bear against the wolf, slashing deeply in its shoulder, and the wolf kind of gives it and collapses into the mud with a bit of a splash.
Nice.
I turn my eyes towards looking for the, wherever this little hiding area is.
The the goblin that hasn't taken shelter from the tarp watched all this and goes, "Barky barky!" and turns and just starts running out towards the east as fast as his little feet will carry him.
Did you just say Arky Barky?
Arky barky.
I'm gonna shoot him in the back. So
Well, hold on. It's Theo's turn.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's the same thing, right? I'm
Yeah,
rolling-
but it is a back attack, which gives you advantage. So you're going to roll 2 d20s and pick the higher one of them. The short command for that is going to be, I'm going to type it in here so you guys can all see,
I'm using the little advanced roll
2d20
thing.
d1, which means drop the lowest one, plus whatever your attack modifier is. So something like that.
2d20, D1 means
D1.
drop 1, plus, and then plus 7.
Plus your normal attack modifier, yeah.
Arky barky.
Alright.
That's what the goblins sound like, guys. I don't know why you're laughing.
No, I lied. Just arky barky.
Like that?
Like that. The arrow goes poof, and strikes the goblin in the back. Give me a damage roll.
And that is...
That is
For
d8
me.
plus 3.
And where do you get the 3, just so I...
Oh, the 3 comes from your dexterity.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, nice shot.
Nice.
The arrow hits the goblin like square in the middle of the back, and the goblin just goes plop down in the mud.
So
Nice shot there, Theobald.
Thank you.
Aldous, your turn. From where you are standing, you can see the hedgerow and like this little tarp shelter with the tarp comes down towards you guys, and you can like hear the popping of the fire behind the tarp, and you can see some light coming out from behind it. You know, the last you saw, the 2 goblins were hiding underneath the tarp, although the tarp is adjacent to the hedgerow.
So I'm going to move toward the tarp tent thingy with my rapier drawn, and I'm going to pull it back and stand back to see what's in there.
Okay, so your movement rate, Jordan, is 25. That's your speed. So you can move 25 feet and then take an action. So an action can also be to move again. It's called dash. So you can get all the way up to the tarp this round, but since we're using 6-second rounds, you couldn't do anything once you get there other than look in. Just so you know.
I will dash to the tent tarp thingy, and take my rapier out, but stand back and wait. I'll wait until my next round.
Are you waiting behind the tarp, or are you going all the way around the corner to see what's on the other side?
Waiting behind. I don't want them to see me yet.
Okay, so you dash up there and kind of like pause for a moment, looking to your friends to follow you. And as you get up there, you hear the sounds of goblins going, and then the 2 of them sprint out together at the same time, running the same direction that the dead goblin was headed.
And they're right next to me, right?
They're on the other side of the tarp, because like the tarp comes down towards you, and you're standing around it, and they went out away from you. Tilly. God, I don't.
Tilly.
Really.
It's okay. You have it on here that my short bow is strength based. Is that correct?
That is
Or
a lie. Your short bow is
Okay.
dexterity based. It should be +5 to hit and d6 plus 3 damage. No, that's Jordan's character sheet. It should be +6 to hit and d6 plus 4 damage. There we go.
Okay. I drop the rapier and pull out the bow, notch it, and take a shot at whatever goblin is closest.
They're more or less like running side by side, trying to get out of there.
Okay. All right. Let me take a roll. Hold on. D8 plus, or not D8, D20 plus 6.
I gotta close this
22.
door. 1 second, guys. It's
No
really
worries.
cool.
22 is a hit. Give me your damage roll.
Okay. Hell yeah, 9.
9. Your arrow finds purchase in the back of one of the goblins, and it drops to the ground, face first in the mud.
Yeah, Tilly.
Oops.
You go,
Druid.
That is awesome. Can I just chase them full tilt?
Absolutely.
Fucking I run after these little bastards.
Okay, what is your Constitution score?
Constitution is 13, so I have a +1 to that.
Okay, so you go full tilt after these goblins, and rest of the party, are you going to chase or are you going to keep shooting arrows?
I thought there were 3 goblins.
There were 3. 2 of them have been killed.
So she's chasing one.
She's chasing
Yeah.
the one, yeah.
Okay.
And I'm screaming, "You orc wannabe!" Just running full tilt.
I'm gonna actually probably bunker down. I'm not chasing. I'm hurt pretty bad.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Theo and Aldis, what are you guys? Are you going to chase or are you going to keep shooting?
I am going to rummage around their tarp and their shit to see what
Okay.
they have.
Theo?
I mean, I'm gonna like send a bolt towards the one that's running if I can.
Yeah, you can move a few feet off to the side and get another shot at it. Give me a roll to hit.
What's your ranged weapon, Scoots?
Longbow.
And again, this is a back attack. Oh, I'm sorry. You should have had a back attack. You should have rolled with advantage as well, Elo, but you hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Give me a roll to hit there.
Which is a D20 plus 7, right?
But you have back attack, so it's 2d20 plus 7. Or 2d20 d1 plus 7.
Well, you did the last thing I did. Okay.
Yeah, last thing you did.
All right, stand by. Like that, right?
21, boom, another hit. Give me your damage roll.
And that's just D8 plus 3 for my dexterity, right? Sorry, forgive me, guys, for learning this all.
It's all good, dude.
10. The arrow hits the goblin, and the goblin plops forward in the mud.
So I just sort of turn around. That one was mine.
Okay. You drag the goblin corpses back to the
Sorry, you're
little tarp and arrange yourselves around there. And we will find out what happens next when we come back from our first break. So we will see you
Yay.
guys in a few minutes on the other side of a break. Bye-bye.
Check the body while you're over there.